Welcome to a 5-week grocery challenge. Why is it 5 and not 4? Well, the first 4 weeks will be the Coles Fly by Spends offers, and then the last week will be the Woolworths once a month shop for the 10% off. So the previous Coles offers I've been doing, we have 2 accounts. One is ours and one is my daughter's because she's a vegetarian, lactose intolerant, sensory and texture needs around food, anything else you want to throw in there. And so we use the 2 accounts to help purchase the things that cost a little bit more money. So then when the rewards come, it kind of all helps to balance it all out. The last couple of rounds that we've had of offers, I've been using to stockpile. So I'm buying 4 packets of muesli bars, apple juice, cookies, things like that. We have a lot of meat in the freezer, so we've been going through that. Been trying to keep some stockpiles of cheese and backups of sauces and just the things that we constantly use every single week, just to always make sure that there's one open and there's at least one replacement. If it's a fresh product that might go off, just 1 week ahead, so then we're constantly rotating. But other stuff that holds longer, like the muesli bars and the apple juice, we can have weeks and weeks, because some weeks no doubt stock will be low in some areas. We need bread every single week and milk. I can use UHT milk, so that might be something to have a look at, but fresh milk is good. Iced coffee, we need that every single week. So it's just looking at ways to make sure that we're shopping smarter and not harder, and only using and spending the Coles offers that we have, trying to really stick to a budget. I did a mini teaser of this on TikTok, and I think that I said it was a 5-week grocery challenge, spending a maximum of $200 a week, and that was also going to cover any additional costs of things I had to purchase from Aldi. I have gift cards left over from collabs I've done on TikToks, and so you purchase the products that you need and they say anything left over is yours to spend. So I've been saving them, so when we need the top-ups of bread or milk and I don't want to go to Coles, I can go to Aldi. Technically it hasn't cost me anything, but I was looking at incorporating the price of those products into the overall spend, so I can say this was the maximum. We're a family of 4, we're all adults, all over 18, and as I said, we have sensory and texture needs around food, autism, ADHD households, so you're gonna see a lot of chicken nuggets. So the idea was around what it would cost us, and in this video at the end I also had filmed some of the food we'd gone through that we had in the pantry because it was short on stock when I went to go shop. So I still included it in the pricing to show you a bit of an overall of what we go through as a family, because I was just curious for ourselves, just to give people a little bit of an indication about how much it actually does cost us. The thing is though, I probably will end up using stuff that we've already had in the house. So it's a little bit of here, there and everywhere. So it's not a true overall costing, because also to sit down and work all of that out sometimes just does my absolute head in. We eat home pretty much every single night because that's just what we're used to. Why go and pay 3 times the price for chicken nuggets and chips at the shop when you can have it at home? And anything else that ends up being in there, well, I'll share with you because I'm pretty open and honest about things. But I just thought for something a little bit different, we'll do a little bit of a challenge, because yes, I have been focusing so much on stockpiling, and it got to this point that I thought, let's just change it up, because I can also see that Christmas is coming and there'll be no doubt new things that are coming with that as well. So enjoy the shopping hauls and then the meals that we've had for this week and how it's all kind of balanced out, and I'll see you at the end. So here is the grocery haul, and is the 2 shops in one because it was just easier to put it all together. I had a trolley and Kira had a trolley while we were in the supermarket, which might have been a bad idea. So we start off with the plant-based burgers. You get 4 in a packet and they're a little bit expensive, but to have food that she can eat. It's, you know, job done. And yes, we are doing plant-based alternative things because they're just easier and it's just a safe option. It says that it's vegan/vegetarian, plant-based. So for my daughter, that's a safe food. There's 6 of these tenders in here, and you would have seen that we got the mince a little while ago. I keep trying to buy the same things like that over and over again, so we're starting to get a little bit of a stockpile in the freezer. I got some bagels. These are my daughter's favorite. She usually just has that toasted with cream cheese. Some macaroni. She uses this with the mince-free pasta, so that's really good. I really want to make a macaroni and cheese or a tuna bake. We'll see how we go. Some burger buns to make burgers. These are the safe ones for her. I just got 4 of the pink lady apples for now because we still had a couple left over from the other day. We've got some mushrooms. Kira's going to chop those up and cook them along with the mince, so she's getting a bit of extra protein there. I got a whole cauliflower and a broccoli because per kilo these were cheaper than the frozen. They just take a little bit longer to cook, which I need to remember. I got a lettuce. I can't remember what the price is. The receipts are coming at the end. I got 2 tins of the Italian diced tomatoes. These are all that was there. The bigger cans were not there, so I had to settle on the 2 smaller cans, and there's no plain based ones there either, so I just got the Italian ones, even though we have our own herbs that we can mix in with it. Packet of Scotch finger biscuits. These are hubby's favorite, so they're just for the cupboard. Some grapes. These actually tasted so nice. The price, not so much, but it's a safe food that my daughter's going to eat, so these are the sacrifices that you make, don't you, to make sure that they're going to be happy and healthy. And my son really loves grapes as well, so they didn't last very long in the house at all, which was good. So I'm happy if they eat things. That's the most important thing. We've got here some chicken, and in the deli it was $9 a kilo if you bought 2 or more kilos. So that's what I did, because I did go to the main section and go to pick up a packet, and it was about $10.50 a kilo or something like that, and the pack was just over 2 kilos on its own, so I figured we'll go to the deli, it'll be a bit cheaper. Standard ham for sandwiches and pizzas if we need them. I got some mincemeat. I got a pork one and then a beef one. I can mix the 2 together to make a kilo, and then we can divide that up into tacos or lasagna as well, so it's easier to mix the 2. I got some honey mustard chickens. We usually do chicken and rice at least once a week, and a 24 pack of cheese. I pretty much always buy that cheese and we can get a nice stockpile. My daughter picked up this mango sorbet. Apparently it's safe for her to eat because she's actually lactose intolerant as well, so we've got it all going on, let me tell you. So at least that's a treat for her. We got a packet of these I'm Imperfect quirky carrots. I do love opening this packet because there's such weird shapes in there at times. Standard 2 litres of milk. I just get the 2 litres because it's a bit easier to pull in and out of the door. Part of the thing is broken. Iced coffee and pulp-free orange juice, good for vitamin C. I got the big packet of 2-minute noodles. The smaller ones were not on special. These were $10, I think, for the packet of 12, so still not the best, but something is better than nothing. And we tried the ones from Aldi, and we tried the other home brand ones, and they're not it. So don't mess with 2-minute noodles if you have children with autism, sensory and texture needs around food. They're what we like, so I'm happy to pay for a brand name when it's things like that, but when they come on special I will purchase them. Some white bread. My daughter has that for toast. We have some multigrain bread, I think, that we got from Aldi the day before because we needed some, and a couple of packets of the shapes as well because they were on special. So here is the receipts that we have. So was it $52.50 for the trolley that my daughter had? That's the spend for her and all the things that are here. And then my spend, which was $70 or more, but as you can see it's $97 because we had that offer. If we spent $90 or more we'd get the bonus points, so you might as well stock up now, and then it will help stretch us out a little bit. And I feel like we've got a really good range of foods as well. We've got some things here for main meals and things for stockpiling and everyday things, a big mixture of stuff. So meal one, I'm just starting to prep everything. I have been making my own chips, so just peeling and chopping up the chips. They do take about 40 minutes in the oven to cook though, that's the only thing, so I need to be well organized. And then I have crumbed with panko crumbs all the chicken, so this took me forever. One lot I did the plain panko crumbs there, and then the other ones I did the spicy panko crumbs for hubby. I'm just using some garlic aioli sauce from Coles. I put that on both sides instead of a egg wash, and then mix it through, and then I've wrapped everything up in some baking paper and then thrown that into the freezer. And let me tell you, over the past couple of weeks with us being sick, they have been such a godsend that I've known I can just pull them out and throw them straight into the oven. With the other chicken, I diced it up and I weighed it so we can have chicken and rice throughout the week. Because I'm trying to get organized and have things set out and also maximize the space that I have in the freezer, I've done a little bit of meal planning here. So I've got the 2 pieces of chicken there for dinner. I think it's going to be for tomorrow night. And I've got the rest of the chicken in here, panko and the peri peri. I've got the plant-based burgers in here. They're going to go into the freezer. And I've got the chicken chopped up also for another meal. So everything is prepped and ready to go. I must admit that this process took quite a while, but it was so good to have it throughout the week that I could just know that it was all prepped in the freezer. So sometimes meal prep is not a bad thing. So here we're having burgers for dinner. We've got the plant-based burger, 2 beef burgers for hubby, a weird panko chicken shaped thing for myself, and a frozen chicken schnitzel type thing for my son. I am going to prep a lettuce, wash them. Did you know if you bang the lettuce on the bottom of the... Look at that! I learned that from TikTok the other day, let me tell you. I was so happy. And then I also used my salad spinner or the lettuce washer, whatever you call it, to wash and prep the lettuce, and it was good. So we didn't actually lose as much lettuce as what we normally would. We actually had 3 burger buns left over from last week. Surprisingly, they're still quite well actually, and we toast our burger buns anyway. So I'm using these 3 for dinner tonight, and then the other ones will get used for a second burger night as well, because my daughter usually likes to have at least 2 burgers in a week because it's just an easy dinner for her to help with as well when we're having something else. And we put a little burger bar together so people can assemble their own burgers, and I think this one was mine. I think I must have had this as a sandwich option one day, so no doubt that was ham and cheese in there with some lettuce and some beetroot. I don't know why. I think I was filming a white bread thing for TikTok. My son likes to have 2-minute noodles as well from time to time. I was just also prepped all of the broccoli and the cauliflower, and I chopped all that up and thrown it in the freezer ready to go. And then with all the stalks, I've chopped them up really finely, throwing that into a bag, as well as all of the carrot tops that I've been saving for ages. And I'm going to throw that all in the freezer, and then when I end up with a chicken carcass, I'll be able to use it all to help make some chicken stock. So trying to keep a little bit versatile and use it up. So tonight's dinner, we are doing the panko chicken. My daughter will have the plant-based chicken schnitzel things, and my son is having some chicken nuggets with the chips that we make. So this shop as well, it's also a bit of a use it up with what we have. The weekly spend is just the things that we need to kind of use to eat for right now or help top up meals. Still using everything in the house, so it's not meant to kind of cover everything, because I was just trying to look at doing the minimum spends to get us through and to see how it works as a bit of an experiment. The next day I'd gone to Aldi because I had to do a TikTok for a barbecue thing, and when I was in there was a few things that I thought I wouldn't mind getting, and technically none of this cost me out of pocket because I have credit left on the gift cards that I was given to do the promotions for TikTok. So they say spend what you can and then anything left over is yours. So I'm just counting my major out-of-pocket expenses. So we've got the chicken Kiev bowls that are there. They're for my son, so they're marked down. We've got the strawberries. I got some more Pink Lady apples. I pretty much figured I was going to be going to Aldi at the start of the week anyway, so that's why I only got 4 from Coles. I got a couple of bananas. I got this garlic bread. We absolutely love this garlic bread. It cooks up so easily, so we'll probably have one of those. I got the triangles. They are my daughter's favorite, so we have those. I got this packet of chicken kebabs because I was planning on using them for the barbecue, and then plans ended up elsewhere because you'll see coming up in a minute. And I got a packet of bagels because I saw them there and they were cheaper than Coles, and I thought, let's give them a go. Plus the other packet is gone already. My son has discovered that he likes bagels as well, so we needed some new ones. I happened to be in a little mini shopping centre where there's this Chinese shop and they do end of day stuff, and they had the fried rice there. So I picked up the 2 lots and thought, you know what would be perfect with that? The chicken sticks that we have. So I cooked them, and then that became a dinner for the 3 of us. My daughter just had this homemade mince meat thing that she'd already had in the fridge, and so she had that with some of the macaroni. The next night I've made a crustless quiche for my daughter, and I had pretty much all of this in the fridge and freezer already. The zucchini was the main thing that led me to make this because I really needed to use it up. The eggs, I'm pretty sure I got the week before from a Coles shop, and so I thought, oh, I'll include them in the cost, and then I forgot all about it. So as I said, it's a bit of a use it up with things that are in the house. So it's looking at the cost out of pocket, what we've already spent, and how we're getting through. These are the last of the potatoes that we own. So I use them to make some chips for my daughter. I think also I was recording a whole lot of stuff so I could remember how much of food we were using to go through. Crazy. And my son and my hubby and I have had the honey mustard chicken with rice. Also this week we have gone through 1 apple juice, 2 packets of muesli bars, and a packet of the choc chip cookies. So I just filmed that because I think I was looking at how much we go through in a week. And I'm pretty sure this bit of footage is to tell myself that we also had this UHT milk in the fridge that we went through, but I can't remember what the other milk on the side there's for, whether that's what we've got left over or what's going on. And then the next night for dinner, we did the barbecue things, had to do the Aldi TikTok, and my daughter's quiche was there, and she's had that with some garlic bread and the homemade chips. And the next night for dinner, we have had the nachos. So I cooked that big 1 kilo of mince. I took half out. I seasoned it with the leftover packet of tacos, shredded some cheese, and I got this packet of corn chip things from Aldi as well. It was part of another shop for a TikTok thing I had to do. So technically that was free as well. And then my daughter's just had the quiche left over with some veg as well. So there was week 1, and like I mentioned when I started, the theory was that only things that I had purchased from those shops were going to carry us through for the week. So I knew that I would get the bulk of stuff from the Coles, and then any top-up things would be from Aldi. So it's why I relied so heavily on the chicken to start with, because that covered us for a couple of meals, and then some of the other things that I had at home to use up, like the eggs and zucchini and things like that. And I think that's what a lot of people do anyway with their shopping. They kind of purchase a lot of things, but they have other things to use up. Later on down the track, I no doubt will be incorporating some other meats and things that are there. I could incorporate some of the prices of what they cost to sort of work it out, because a lot of my theory is that I don't purchase things unless it's under a certain price to make sure it's the best value. So that covers week 1. Yeah, I think things have gone kind of okay with where I was planning, but we'll see where the rest of the weeks take us. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you can follow along and see where we end up in the following weeks. See ya!